So last week you saw a video about the Prospect Haze expansion from Native Instruments, and this is produced by the Raw Cuts guys. It's a fantastic sample pack, and it was a beat that was pre-prepared. So now I'm going to make a beat. I've got no idea what's going to happen here. I'm going to take you through a few of the bits and pieces as we go. So if I push on to browse here, let me just show you something. Usually you might be looking at something like this. So this is all of the Maschine kits. And what I want to do is identify that specific expansion that I've bought, so the Prospect Haze. So we come over here to products, and just in case, you might have been in the hierarchy up at projects, or you might have been down at sounds or instruments, make sure you're on groups. That's where the collection of sounds mapped onto the pads is. Generally that's drum kits, but also you might get some melodic kits. So what I want to do is focus firstly on the product. We're going to rotate to Prospect Haze. This is a mixture. This includes some musical kits. So what I want to do is identify just the drums, and you can see here on kits, if I rotate that, I can specify types. So here are all the melodic kits, here are any kind of effects kits, and then we've also got the urban kits. This is very much an urban focused library. It doesn't mean that you have to make any music that you would associate with the word urban, which is a bit of a funny word anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to load up this kit here. Okay, so you can hear some melodic elements in there as well as the drum samples. And what I do generally when I'm making my first kind of backbeat, the main elements, is I go to pad mode and I go fixed velocity. That's pretty loud. So I'm going to push volume, take my group down here and go to about -6 dB. And let's get... Now that's feeling a little bit loud. So this one, let me take it out of browse. Volume is still on. Let's go minus here. So taking the volume of the pad down. Okay, that's cool for the moment. Let me get something down. The default tempo of 120 is probably good. Let's do shift and record to get the metronome countdown. And I'm going to get something in. But my pattern length, I'm just going to create an empty pattern. And I'm going to push that to double the length, 2 bars. I prefer to work at 2 bars if I can. 1 bar is a little bit too repetitive. I'm going to get a kick in. Let's have a look. Now my timing wasn't brilliant, so what we're going to do is shift and quantize. It's going to lock all the beats in. Just going to add a little bit of swing on there. So I'm going to push the swing button, rotate to about 40%. And you'll hear that the 16ths, certain grid positions are slightly later. So it's just, in fact, just one. That's the one that's the one affected by swing. Everything else is not. If you want to check out stuff about swing, check out my Black Book series. It does go into swing in detail. So let's build up some other elements. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off my pad mode, fixed velocity, because I feel I actually want to get some velocity variations in here. So let me just take that off. Yes, let me play something in. That's it's not exactly how I did it, but I think that's a good little vibe. Going to bring up the level here. So you can see how quickly it is to get something on the go. Let me see about some other elements. So that's a nice little starting point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto another group and we're going to browse and we're just going to have a look here, see if there's any other elements. So this is just a quick approach to getting some stuff down. Oh, definitely feeling that kick. Some really nice extra textures here. Let me just see if some of that will go on top. And one of the things I noticed about that snare is it feels almost as if it needs just adjustment. Just going to make it a bit tighter, taking the start point to the right. Okay, sounding wicked. So you can see this approach. It's a real quick and easy way to do it. You know, you get the inspiring vibe of loading up the kits really, really quickly and easily, and then just getting the idea down fast. So maybe try this one. So it just shows you how easy it is to get some ideas down. 3 kits, Prospect Haze being the expansion. Maschine does make this stuff very, very easy and a lot more fun, really just focusing on the hardware. So it's definitely recommended. For me, this is just a fantastic collection of drum kits and very inspiring backings, very quick and easy to get the ideas down. So yeah, big up the Raw Cuts team and also Native Instruments for this.